Yeah, let me just put that one up there first. I'll just do that. I'll just do that. All right, let me see how this is looking here. Let me see. Gotta go to refresh. Gotta go to lives, and illustration right there. Wait, is it the right one? I think it is. Let me just make sure. Okay, there we go. All right. Just trying to make sure from my end that stuff is showing up how it's supposed to show up there. Okay, there we go. All right, all right, all right. Yo, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? How's everybody doing? The live stream was actually supposed to happen last night, but that did not exactly take place. So my apologies. But there was some very entertaining things that took place. So here we are. Um, so technically, I got two things that I want to just hit real quick, right? So let me see if I can actually do this correctly so y'all can see it, right? So this is I'm like I said before, I'm not the type of person, well, at least at this moment in time, um, that has a toleration, for people to keep wanting to say certain things over and over again as if it's going to start um some type of like revolution, on this channel. So whoever this is, because I looked at YouTube, told me how long you've been here. Kima, you only been here for about 7 months, and I've been doing this for close to 4 years. So you might want to get your time up there. So Kima 1615 stated, right, when I did the video about Machine Gun Kelly, he said, "Okay, Seji, now I have to leave you. I have no problem with you defending yourself from ignorant comments coming your way. By all means, proceed. It seems now that all I'm seeing is a shift in content that has become more centered around the vision of black men and women. Your content lately has the comment section in shambles, and where we are at each other's throats instead of coming together. I love my black sisters and my black brothers. And now, more than ever, we need to be bonding instead of breaking. There's a global famine coming. You have a platform to discuss these things and warn our people. If this, if these are the types of stories you are now occupied with, then unfortunately, I gotta go. We don't have time for this, Seji. Let me tell you something real quick. Brother, um, what you gonna do when SEIJIHITO has been doing all of these stories for oh so long? What you gonna do? Nothing, because like I said, you only been here for 7 months. Like I said, I find it funny that people tend to complain about my content who don't even really watch it. His content shows up directly in the community post area, which means more than likely he didn't click the link and actually watch the video. Now, to Machine Gun Kelly, before I get to the other stuff here, the reason why I did another video on Machine Gun Kelly, because unbeknownst to me, when I originally did the story, I didn't know that there were already articles out there stating that people were looking for him to already apologize. Do I feel that these are black women asking him to apologize? Maybe. Maybe. If there are black women asking them to apologize, it's the real ones out there. It's the real ones out there. It's not the ones that find him as an attractive guy, their preference and different things like that. The women who see Machine Gun Kelly as a preference, they're not looking or asking for him or waiting for him to apologize because they don't care, because they feel that they are different from every other black woman out here, right? So, like I said, like I said, ain't nothing about to sit up there and happen. His career is not about to sit up there and end. He's not going to sit up there and get blackballed. You want to know how Machine Gun Kelly did technically get blackballed? He got blackballed because he decided to make a comment about Eminem's daughter, who is young, who was a teenager during the time. That's how Machine Gun Kelly got blackballed. That's how his rap career got ended. Black women didn't do that. Black women did not have a hand at all in any of what happened to Machine Gun Kelly's career as to why it is he is now doing rock instead of rap at this moment in time. That is all thanks and due to Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly deciding to make a tweet coming directly after. Matter of fact, hold on, because we up here, we playing games out here. Let me get off of this Kima do real quick, because I gotta sit up here and remind people the type of work I do. Where's that tweet at? Let me just get that real quick. Let me just give me just one quick second here. Oddly enough, I can't actually find that on time. That's the craziest thing. There we go. This one right here. This one right. And the funny part is, I asked, right? Not asked. I basically put a ton of information, right, directly up there for people to just so happen to look at, right? I put a ton of information directly up there, right? And especially dealing with this. And I find it hugely hilarious that people are not paying attention to it at all. I find it hugely hilarious that people are not paying attention to it. It's a lot of important information. And then I allowed his own words to actually speak directly for him. But yet, people are not paying attention, right? Let me catch you real quick. Hold on. Let me catch you real quick. I got you. So let me just go back over something real quick. We had a what was it? Because I can go to you on the other one. Where were you at? Roberto Suarez. You're probably like one of the main profiles that get blocked on here every so often when I do a live stream. See, you this is why the black community has issues. Let me swap pictures real quick, because when I happen to start talking about Caucasian individuals, people want to start rolling up because they're feeling awfully Caucasian today. People want to sit up there and start getting real mayo out here. So I got you. Let me do something real quick. Hold on. Let me get that. So let me get to this topic right here, since Roberto wanted to focus on this so quick, because obviously he's feeling real true American today, right? So this is the title that I got for this segment real quick here, right? Now, I find it hugely, even going through my own comment section, right? I see a lot of black people condemning Will Smith, right? And I see a lot of black people. I've never seen so many black people in my life saying that, Will Smith wouldn't have done that to somebody white, as if they would have done that to somebody white. Let's be real out here, black people. How many times has white people or the system done something to you and you didn't do nothing about it? How many times has the police done something to you that you know was wrong, that was incorrect? You ain't do nothing about it. How many times a industry, a job, or a boss that is Caucasian has done something to you that you have done nothing at all? How many times has a restaurant, a white-owned restaurant, gotten your stuff incorrect, overcharged you, stolen your money, and you ain't bust a grape on nobody? I can just keep going. You know how many black people go to the doctors and have surgeries, and how many of them do not come back home from those surgeries? How many families out there sitting up there trying to put hands on white people? I don't see none. So it's amazing to me that online in a comment section underneath this story, where a black man is defending his black wife because of the comments that were being made, not just face to face, but on a national stage, the black community wants to condemn Will Smith, when also the black community are the exact same ones that have been judging Will Smith for the longest time, calling Will Smith a simp, calling Will Smith this, calling Will Smith, he's not a black man, he's not a masculine black man. Will Smith is this, Will Smith is that, Will Smith is this, Will Smith is that. But the funniest part is, Will Smith is married to a black woman. And the main thing that the black community preaches is what? We want more black men married to black women. We want to sit up there and see more representation. So when you have that representation, when you have an upstanding black man who is worth the 1 to the 5%, and he's married to a black woman and got black kids, and he's on a national stage defending his black wife, what does the black community do? They condemn that black man for the very same thing that they want black men to do. How do y'all make sense? How do y'all make sense? Now, like I said before, I think in the past I might have made some videos before. And I think I might have made some videos about the whole August thing. Now, that was a whole different thing. And people wanted to bring that up in the comment section. People are like, oh, but he could sit up there and do that to Chris Rock, but he wouldn't have done that to August. First of all, they had an open relationship. They clearly told you they have an open marriage, which means that both parties know exactly what is going on, but they're still going to do their own thing, and they're still married. You have some people who want to be ultra religious that want to sit up there and state that, yo, hey, there's no such thing. God didn't create open marriages. There's no such, we ain't talking about God. Every single time that people feel like they got a leg to stand on, they want to always bring in some other type of variable. If you want to focus on people not having open marriages, and you want to focus on people doing the marriage the way that you feel that it should be done, then focus on those individuals and surround yourself around those individuals and have your energy within those individuals. There you go. Why every single time that people are clearly focused on the issue, you decide that, hey, let me start bringing in the Bible in here real quick. Ain't nobody trying to hear that right now. Nobody's trying to hear that right now. And if that's the way that you want to sit up there and run stuff, then like I keep telling people, start coming through with a platform. Start creating a platform. That's all you have to sit up there and do. If you want to sit up there and teach the word, you want to sit up there and teach the scripture, you want to sit up there and get people on what you feel is the right path that people should be on, then by all means, do that. Because too many times I keep seeing people like, oh, you know, God has given us the power. All right. No problem with that. I do not disagree with you. So if you know for a fact that God has given us, including you, the power, then use that power that God gave you to create a platform and speak to the people. That's all I'm sitting up there saying. That's all I'm sitting up there saying. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. Truly Israel said, hold on, let me highlight down real quick. Oh, I got you. Truly Israel said, SEIJIHITO, black love is key. Nobody talks about Chris Rock when he made that white woman seem like she was an alpha male and have the nerve to talk about our women like she was G.I. Jane. Hey, like I said, it is what it is. People will pick and choose what they decide that they want to be offended of at that moment in time. Like I said, it is what it is at the end of the day. But like I said before, I have listed videos where you have tons of celebrities. Bruh, you just sitting up here. Hold on. Let me catch you real quick again. We just gonna sit up there and do it like that. Like I said, anytime you see like a Roberto or a Suarez, just know that they're coming in here just to troll. Like I said, bruh, don't nobody care. More than likely, you're actually a bot because the timing is real. It's real interesting when you decide to show up, right? So, you know, like I said, magically, when there's black news out there, oh, it's time to sit up there and put on my Mayo hat, my Mayo lab coat, and start going to, you know, black platforms and start doing what I need to sit up there and do because I feel like I'm honorary white. Yeah. All right, you're going to feel honorary up until that moment happens. Woo! Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Let me tell you, out here in these streets, people need to sit up there and just clear cut watch what they sitting up here saying because you're going to have individuals out here that are going to sit up there and correct you. Like I said, yo, Robert Suarez, you're going to be one of those individuals. You're going to learn in the long run if you even are a Roberto, because chances are you're not. But like I said before, this is what it is. Whenever you know, it comes to channels like this, let me just show you how messed up this is, right? Roberto decided to come here as soon as I started talking about MGK, right? And the funny thing about me talking about MGK is that I was highlighting the fact that MGK was, in a sense, justifying him being a grown adult, being able to look at and display some type of energy or interest for those who would legally be considered minors. But magically, Roberto doesn't want to just so happen to focus on that though. He wants to body block for the people he wants to stand shoulder to shoulder with, and so on and so on and so on. So, you know, it is what it is, at this moment in time. But, like I said, it's pretty ridiculous when at this point in time you have the black community literally coming sideways at Will Smith for publicly defending a black woman. You know how many times that I have literally, dude, I don't care what you are. And this is how I know that you're a true American, because y'all the only types to literally come through and make a multitude of profiles just to sit up there and keep voicing your opinion. You got Fox News, MSNBC, all this other type of stuff that you can decide to go on. But you don't decide to go on there amongst your own people. You decide that you want to show your face amongst black people. Look at that. Ain't that interesting? You got a black content creator, you got a black YouTube channel that's talked about news from all over the place, and you decide that you want to come here. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're coming here because the people that you feel like you're with and amongst, you can never actually match up with. Aren't those the exact same? Hold on, let me just get this straight for a minute. The exact same people that you're side by side with, that you said that you're happy that you got one of their women, aren't you the exact same ones who got your land stolen? Wasn't it at one point in time, wasn't a greater portion of the United States your land? And then they just came up and they just snatched it from you. Your land got deboed and you never got it back. So now you're dispersed in a multitude of other places, and they are still the ruling and controlling classes. And they're also locking you up too and got you in prison as well too. And they're blaming you for a multitude of crimes too. And they're talking about creating the wall and different things of that nature. Look at that. Look at that. You said I am from Spain. Um, I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying, right? You have Europeans that have come directly over here, right? And you have Europeans that have come directly to South America, right? So through those times, you have had people mixing their blood with other individuals, correct? So then when those people have their mixed blood with those individuals, they then tend to migrate to other areas, right? So like I said, regardless of how you feel about this, I'm still right at the end of the day. You didn't disprove me on nothing. You didn't disprove me on nothing. And also, I'm going to correct you at the end of the day, regardless on if you're from Spain or wherever. The first DNA that was here was black. So I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are at the end of the day. Like I said before, you might want to look at the universe and figure out who you're talking to at this moment in time. That's the best way I can sit up there and put it to you. The universe doesn't reflect you. It doesn't reflect your group at the end of the day. So, like I said, you might want to sit up there, regardless of however you feel or not about black people. You're going to respect black people one way or another at the end of the day. Like I said, the sun loves black people. The sun does not love you. So I'm not sure if that hasn't registered yet, but the moment in time that things start heating up, it surely will. When you start coming through with those sunburns, when you start coming through with that skin cancer, it's going to sit up there and start registering. Because last time I checked, your people are the main ones that suffer from all of that. So, like I said before, son, you're going to sit up there and respect who your father is. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Like I said before, last time I checked over there in Europe, a long time ago, what? weren't a lot of y'all getting slayed from a lot of viruses, a lot of things transpiring over there, and you got the nerve to sit up there and come over here and try to act all proud, like, yeah, I'm a Spaniard. I'm a Spaniard. Get it straight, SEIJIHITO. I'm a Spaniard. Do you realistically think I care? Nah, because the channel ain't never been about you. It ain't never been for you. You, like I said before, you got all over America where you can decide to sit up there and go, but yet this is what you decide to do. Oh, we got another one in here. I don't even know what that is right there. That picture is looking real crazy. Let me tell you. I don't know who birthday girl is, but your picture looking real crazy out here. So you must be laughing at yourself. Let me tell you something. Hold up. So, all right, birthday girl sitting up here saying that we made the Oscars ghetto. I guess. I very much guess. But aren't y'all the same people who sit up there and publicize people like this? Hold on, let me, because y'all want to talk about we do certain things at the Oscars, right? Let me just put y'all in line real quick because y'all want to sit up there and start acting real funny. So this brings me to my next topic, and this is why the internet is undefeated. There was a black woman, right? Well, let me start from the beginning, right? There's a woman by the name of Mia Farrow. If you don't know who Mia Farrow is, at one point in time, she was with Woody Allen. They're both Caucasian, right? So then Mia Farrow was talking about the Oscars like you got birthday girl, right? So Mia Farrow was like the Oscars ugliest moment, right? The beautifully melanated woman came back. She was like, "Ain't your ex-husband married to your oldest daughter? Oh, let's check that out." Soon Yi Previn is the adopted daughter of actress Mia Farrow and musician Andre Previn, and the wife of filmmaker Woody Allen. Ooh, how did that happen? Soon Yi Previn is notable for her relationship with Allen, who would be her adopted father, who is her adoptive mother's boyfriend for over 10 years. Previn's relationship with Allen became national news in 1992. So, for anybody out there that is Caucasian that wants to critique me right now on this live stream, there's a lot of stuff that y'all need to be sitting up here critiquing. Because last time I checked, y'all sit up there and put Woody Allen in such high regards. And this is a person who publicly went after a minor, but yet y'all don't say nothing. Y'all real quiet. And yet y'all the exact same people who allow these same things to happen within your family. More than likely, birthday girl is sitting up there right next to her peepaw and her father at the same time while her brother is next in line. But you got the nerve to be up here on a black platform talking about black people made something ghetto. Y'all done turned every living thing possible into some type of disposable waste or doghouse on this planet. And you got the nerve to sit up there and be trying to talk about black people turning something ghetto. Woo! Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You done came here on the right day. You done came here on the right day. Oh man, let me tell you something. Y'all out here doing challenges, creating videos of not taking baths for about 30 days, and you feel like you got the full-fledged right as a Caucasian individual to roll up here and critique black people. Woman, you don't know where you at right now. You don't know where you at this moment in time. You don't know where you at. You don't know where you at. That's crazy. That's crazy at this moment in time. Y'all the same type of individuals, for the Caucasian women out there that's still talking and want to sit up there and critique me. Y'all the same ones out there creating videos talking about how you love your animals, how you let your animals look directly on you in private areas. Wow. Wow. And you sleep with your pets. Are you serious? And you got the nerve to be sitting up here talking about black people being ghetto. Huh? Weren't y'all the same ones sitting up there coming from the Caucasus Mountains? And y'all sat up there and left that for a brand new home? And then y'all started chaos all throughout the world? And you got the nerve to sit up there and act like y'all the utmost civilized? When have white people ever in the history of mankind ever been civilized since you want to sit up there and run your mouth? When have y'all ever been civilized? I'll wait. Because let's look at the history of the United States. We're always in war. Always in war. We've barely had a time of peace. But you got the nerve to try to act like y'all the utmost civilized individuals out here. Word? Really? Seriously? Seriously. Y'all the same ones that would be sitting up there eating slaves, using slave body parts, and inserting them. I'm sorry, let me recorrect myself. It wasn't actually you. Your European men who are over here, who had black people as slaves, would sit up there and dismember those black slaves and use the private areas of those slaves and insert them into various areas on themselves. And people wonder how certain things started around the world. People wonder how other people got influenced by certain things around the world. It was y'all. It was y'all. Y'all the same ones that want to sit up there and get people, melanated people, turn them into slaves, and then take their lives. And y'all want to sit up there and create a game like Polo, where you put the slave's body in the ground and you have the head above the ground, and then you take a mallet and you're on a horse and you try to knock the head directly off. But you want to act like y'all the most civilized ones directly out here. Y'all the same ones that was using black children as gator bait, but you want to act like y'all the main civilized ones. Y'all the same ones that want to sit up there and slay your own children, your own male children. But y'all want to act like y'all the most civilized ones. Y'all the same ones incestuously sleeping with family members, trying to make it seem like it's fun and it's okay and normalized, even though your kids are going to genetically end up jacked up and coming up with a predisposition, a higher predisposition to certain diseases, but you want to act like you're the most civilized ones. Y'all the same ones who want to sit up there and take the lives of slaves, right? And you want to sit up there and use their hair as cushioning for your furniture. You want to sit up there and use their skin for lampshades, for purses. You want to use their bones for earrings. You want to sit up there and create their bodily fluids and turn it into castor oil. But you got the nerve to sit up there and talk about y'all the most civilized ones. Like I said, y'all clowns out here. Y'all straight clowns. And because y'all straight clowns out here, this is the whole reason why karma is hitting you at this moment in time. Because y'all don't really believe in nothing, but y'all happen to believe in karma. That's why I tend to work with that a little bit more, because you seemingly actually have an understanding of that. So all the negative things that you focused on because you wanted to make black people the boogeyman and you want to say this, that, and the third about black people while allowing your own people to do certain things, this is why everything is hitting you. This is why the opioid usage is so high amongst your group of people, and especially including your children in middle school. This is why they're dropping at a very early age. This is why you have low fertility rates. This is why your birth rate is currently dropping at this moment in time. This is yet again why your men are sitting up there leaving your community and procreating with other groups of women, making sure, in a sense, not to make more of you. Look at that. Diversifying the gene pool. Not sitting up there mating with the exact same people who seem to be losing in population as the days go by. And I actually covered that story before. And it was to the point, at one point in time, about 10 years back, where a newscaster came out and stated that you guys need to start having more kids. If you have a newscaster on a national stage stating to you that you guys need to have more kids, you got a problem. You got a problem. But like I said before, you don't want to focus on that. You want to focus on whatever it is that black people are sitting up here doing. Well, guess what, sweetheart? Here you go. Here you go. There's Woody Allen. There's your God right there. Your God of gods. If you got a pagan God at this moment in time, it is Woody Allen. And he loves to sit up there and go after your young family. But are you going to sit up there and do anything about that? Nope. Why? Because he's famous. He got money. It's a sacrifice at the end of the day. And, you know, you guys will all make it. All you got to do is just sacrifice one and everybody's going to make it, right? That's what y'all like to do. And you got the nerve to talk about y'all the most civilized people out here. Woo! You are natural chaos. You are pestilence. You got the nerve to act like you are the most civilized people out here on this planet. All the detrimental things that you sit up there and do, it's not a place that you have touched that you have not killed or thrown something into extinction or about to be extinct. That's all you've done since you've been on this planet. And you got the nerve to act like you're the most civilized people on this planet. Are you serious? Are you serious? Like I said, you must not know where you at. You must not know where you at. I got several books right now I could decide to read from just to sit up there and teach your ignorant ass something real quick. You must not know where you are at this moment in time. Like I said, one way or another, you're going to sit up there and respect black people. I don't care if you Caucasian or you think you Caucasian. At night, you better look at that sky and realize who it reflects. It ain't you. It ain't you. And just because the day is bright doesn't mean it's shining and reflecting on you, because you can't even take the sun. So let's not even play games. Let's not even play games. This is why you got Bill Gates out there spraying all types of chemicals in the air, trying to bring down the temperature of the planet so that it's more inhabitable. It's more pleasant for you. Like I said, and I did a story on that as well, since a lot of people want to talk about world topics, since a lot of people magically want to care about what's going on in the world. I done told people before. I do not care, in a sense, what is taking place with the rest of the world, in a sense, because it doesn't have anything to do with black people at this moment in time. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Like I said, when I happen to focus on black people, I focus on black people. And that's pretty often, the greater majority of my content, regardless of however people feel. Right. So like I said before, people want to sit up there and, feel a certain type of way when I happen to talk about black women. It is what it is. Like I said, the people that feel like I'm harshly critiquing, y'all must not have, realistically had, a father in your life. You must not have had a man that actually 100% cares about you. That's what this sounds like. So, like, it's highly funny to me when people can't discern somebody, showing hatred versus somebody caring. This is where people actually got the game messed up. Because if you actually have more black men in your life, I'm sorry, if you actually chose more black men in your life and were surrounded by more black men in your life that actually cared about you, this will be the type of tone that you would hear every single time, because they don't want you to sit up there and do the wrong thing. But like I said before, to those black women out there that want to keep doing the exact same thing after thing after thing after thing, that's on you. Do whatever it is that you want to sit up there and do. But I'm going to be still right here. I don't care if I got like 2 subscribers. I don't care if I got like negative 400 views. I'm still going to be out here putting videos just like I was when I first started. Ain't nothing going to sit up there and change. And I'm still going to have the exact same tone that I've always had. Ain't nothing going to sit up there and change. So for anybody else out there that really think that, Seiji is just changing up because he's looking for views and it's easier to attack black, you were not on this channel when I first started this channel. And that's exactly how I know that people do not watch the content that I put out. So this is how I'm going to be right every single time, and everybody else is always going to be wrong when it comes to a conversation. Because like I said before, if you want to have a conversation with me, you better make sure, if you're talking about my content, you better make sure that you've looked at the content that I've created. If not, it's game over for you. I don't even got to try in order to prove you wrong, because I know I'm right. Because I can just pull up a few videos, bang, bang, there you go. Your point is dead. But anyways, let me just leave them alone for a minute. That was a little bit of a rant. So, all right, like I was saying here, right? My main issue with this is I'm not sitting up there saying, right? Just hear me out. I'm not saying it's a right or a wrong thing to sit up there and do, right? I cannot, in a sense, judge from Will Smith's perspective, because his life has always been, ever since like the 80s, his life has always been in the spotlight. His relationship has always been in the spotlight. And even without Jada coming out with the Red Table Talk, black people were still always inferring certain things about their relationship that were not confirmed at all. So regardless of them basically outwardly stating, yes, we have an open relationship, the black community already knew this. or the black community already assumed this. So for that to even be an issue at this moment in time where people are like, oh, he wouldn't have done that to August, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Half of y'all have been in relationships with other people and stuff has happened. Y'all ain't sitting up there about to throw hands with nobody. Let's just be real. You're not about to sit up there and do it. And let me just go back to what I stated before. All the black people that were directly in the comment section talking about Will Smith is not going to sit up there and throw hands with somebody white. Y'all must have forgot. It was not less than 10 years ago, Will Smith was at another awards where this European dude was coming up trying to kiss Will Smith, and he slapped him, I think, once or twice. And he told him, don't do that. This is not Will Smith's first time doing this. He did that to somebody that was European. Or that was European-like. Because the dude was awfully like, I can tell you he wasn't black. So that's not his first time slapping somebody. That's not. So for people to sit up there and say that, that lets me know that people don't really pay attention to stuff. And the most interesting thing is, all black people seem to do is pay attention to celebrity lives, as if black people are not living their own lives. You got family members, you got friends, you got co-workers, all this other type of stuff. It amazes me how a lot of people always state at the same point, right? Everybody who has a comment, who is leaving those comments about Will Smith, I'm going to assume that everybody has a job. Everybody has a life, right? So I'm a little bit confused on how it is that Will Smith doing this is seemingly putting any type of weight or adding anything to your life. All of the time that I actually see a lot of other black people spending on this, they could be spending this on creating their own business online. It don't matter if it's a t-shirt business, shoe business. It doesn't matter if it's drop shipping. It doesn't matter if you're coming up with skincare or hair care, if you're coming up with baby stuff. All this time that black people literally spend and they waste on celebrities, they can be coming up with their own businesses online, because black people are some of the main ones that I hear talk about. It's like, yo, we're about to be running into a famine. The US dollar ain't worth nothing. We need to start getting, money up, and all this other stuff is black. If you realistically, as somebody black, you care about money, you care about, the food shortage and the different things that are, happening, taking place, or that's about to come up, then why aren't you, instead of spending time worrying about celebrities, instead of being on social media, taking in information about celebrities that ain't going to get you nowhere, that's not going to make you money, that's not going to create generational wealth, why don't you, as a black person, create an online business, an online platform? You know what happens when I say that? I get nothing but silence. I get, well, it's not as easy. I don't got the money. I don't got the time. Black people always got excuses. And I find that hilarious that black people always have excuses when it's time to actually put in some work and do something for themselves. But yet we got enough time and energy to actually critique somebody like Will Smith, who was successful, who has hundreds of millions of dollars, who has built a brand, who has used his name. It is a household name. He's married to a black woman. Him and his wife, who are black, are successful. Him, his wife, and his two to three black kids are all successful. That whole black family is all successful. But yet you got enough time, energy, and money to magically critique Will Smith as if you can do better. Nah, you don't. You don't. You don't even have a leg in this race. But yet black people always find a way to sit up there and run their mouth so they can win. That's crazy. That seems to be the only race that black people seem to be able to win, which is a verbal race of diarrhea at the mouth when it comes to sitting up there trying to view, vilify, and criminalize one of our own people when they just so happen to do something in defense for one of our own people. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. Who was that? Hold on, let me get you real quick. Virgo Moonchild said, I feel you, Seji. I'm off today. I've had 2 days off in 2 weeks. I'm going back to college for nursing. Congratulations. Congratulations to you for, first of all, doing the stuff that you're doing, you know, at this point in time. Anyway, nursing is hard. I know that at this moment in time, due to the fact that my mom is a nurse. My grandmother, when she was around, she was a nurse. My aunt is also a nurse as well. So, like I said, I have people, women in my life, who have raised me, who are nurses. So much love and appreciation to you. And it is a very awesome and lucrative field. And you can go pretty far. You can even go to the same. I'll put it to you like this, because you're going to become a nurse. Um, Due to that, you can get to a certain point where, if you don't want to work in hospitals or homes or different things like that, you could become a traveling nurse, and you can make a lot of money from that, as well. But I also say, I will also say be very careful directly with that, because traveling is, awfully dangerous. But you can make your own schedule. You can be your own boss. You can, divvy out things how you want to sit up there and do it. And then from that aspect of being a traveling nurse, you can then start up your own business, right, of traveling nurses who are under you, who you can schedule out and different things of that nature. So any which way, that it goes, you got a route that you can continuously, some way or somehow, make money and, do the things that you want to sit up there and do. And you don't really have to work a lot, in order to, make it to whatever your goal just so happens to be. Right. So that's pretty awesome. Congratulations to you. Make sure you take as many breaks, as you need. Don't overwork yourself, because like I said, I come from a family where the women, there are nurses, and I've seen, some burnout, take place, and and the wear and tear on sitting up there doing, 24 hours, or some 48-hour, type of deals with very little sleep. So you got to make sure to, take care of yourself, at the end of the day. And, and remember that money and everything, that money and those jobs, they don't care, if you're the one that's going to be sick lying in a hospital bed. They're not going to be looking for you. They ain't going to be searching for you or anything like that. So, you just got to be mindful of that. But, keep up the good work, and, make sure you stay focused, you know. Um, let me see. Let me see. Where was let me see. What was that? I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, people, like I said, this is what's going to happen. People are going to agree to disagree. This is where I'm at this moment in time. I've done so much content, and I've listened to so many videos, hearing various black women out here saying that black men don't love black women, right? Regardless of however people feel about Will Smith's relationship or whatever inner workings they have in their marriage, the fact of the matter is he's still married to a black woman. A lot of the people that tend to actually comment on Will Smith ain't even married, not even successfully married, haven't even really held down a successful relationship. So it's like a lot of people that are critiquing Will Smith aren't even successful in relationships at all. But yet, people got the mouth to sit up there and state this, that, and the third. Like I said, when you just so happen to be able to, like I said, I would expect, I'll put it like this. I would expect somebody from an older generation that's like in their 60s and their 70s, that's been successfully married longer than most of us has been alive, to be the ones critiquing Will Smith and Jada. That's what I expect. Somebody that's within the same age range or lower, I realistically don't see, the opinion actually having weight. And like I said, I've had my own opinion as well. And like I just said, it doesn't have any weight. I can have my viewpoints. I can talk about it a certain type of way. But at the end of the day, do I have anything to sit up there and 100% match what it is that they're doing? No. Do a lot of the other people that's sitting up there viewing and judging Will and Jada have anything to sit up there and match with that, such as marriage, family, and money? No. 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 So, like I said, I'm at the point where if people want to sit up there and say that black men don't care about black women, then explain to me what Will Smith did for Jada on an open stage. Explain for me that, because that's what I saw. I saw a black man that, in a sense, due to the media and everything else that was taking place, he's going through time. As he stated before, for years, he's like, yo, I've been just trying to preach love. I've just been trying to preach, caring, and, not trying to preach violence and different things like that. And like I stated in the video, has Will Smith reached his breaking point? Everybody has a point where they can no longer hold all of the things that they valued at that moment in time. Everything is just, all it takes is one little fracture, one little chip, one little crack, and then everything just breaks. That's what you just witnessed for a black man who is in the social media eye, who has been the butt of so many jokes for so many years, who has had to sit up there and take so many judgments and been at the brunt of it, all to sit up there and protect his family. That's what a man does. And that's what people don't sit up there and realize. People can sit up there and say that Will Smith is weak, Will Smith is not masculine, Will Smith is not a man, and da. The amount of weight that Will Smith has had to take on from the whole entire world is more than what most black men take on an everyday basis. And that is just a fact, because he is living in a whole different spectrum at this moment in time. And he did all of that, took all of those critiques so that they wouldn't fall back on his wife and on his kids. And he did that successfully. He did it, even though he did it, and it ended up causing him to break, to falter. And that happens. That happens with men. And you know what men do after they falter? They straighten back up and they get back in line. And that's clear cut what he's going to sit up there and do. And at the end of the day, regardless of whatever people have to say, whatever people judgments are, he's still married to a black woman at the end of the day. Still married. Still married. So like I said, that's been my main focus this whole time through a majority of the videos that people hate so much, and they want to keep running their mouths. We have so many black male celebrities out here that are actually married to black women, but yet you don't have black women and others focusing on those black male celebrities that are actually married to and dating black women. People don't want to focus on that. And that's hilarious to me. People only want to focus on the ones that they know that they could never sit up there and get within arm's reach of, that they could never afford to even get time with. And that's the craziest thing. Why are you focusing on something that is beyond your mark? Why are you focusing on something that you know you're not even within the range of? A lot of the women that focus on black male celebrities could not even get within range, but yet they're the ones that they want to go for. So you, as that type of black woman, right, you want to focus on a black man that is in a whole nother category, making a whole nother grade of money, while you're out here, in a sense, struggling, still trying to get yourself together. You can't even meet him somewhere part way because you're not even close. So yet when you can't get a chance with him and you see him dating somebody else that might be within that spectrum, now you want to sit up there and get mad, and now you want to start judging all black men. But yet we have black male celebrities who I would think that women would find attractive, right? But yet they're not attractive to those women because they're not specifically interested in those types of black men. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? You can't even be interested or attracted to that type of ideal of a black man. So you would rather focus on something else that you know is not going to sit up there and work out, and that has no type of longevity at all, and then you want to sit up there and get mad when it falls apart, knowing the fact that it was going to fall apart to begin with. That's crazy. That's crazy. No. Hold on. Let me no, that's right. You're right. You said Will Smith and Jada have to understand they've made their relationship pretty public. So you know people are going to come through with their funky opinions and they have to be prepared for that. You are correct. And they have. This is why Jada has the red table talk. Because she knows, right, that anything negative is going to sit up there and sell. And she is 100% correct. Now, she did, of course, make the platform to talk about other issues, but she knows that people have a lot of opinions about celebrities and especially the Smiths. So why not create your own platform where people can discuss this and you can make money off of yourself? This is why, regardless of whatever people say, this is why the Smith family is one of the smartest ones out here, because they can turn around and make money off of themselves, right? Let me show you something. Black people in the community, right, that love the Kardashians, that have watched that show for, what was it, like 20 years or whatever it was. It started, what, back in 09 or whatever it was. Black people who watch the Kardashians, who love that family, they love the fact that the mother flipped the daughter's work. And this is what I mean, right? So the mother understood that her daughter had a tape directly out there. She sat up there and became the best PR agent the world has ever seen. There is no other PR agent better than that woman at this moment in time in the history of mankind. She took her daughter's tape, she flipped that, made her daughter into a celebrity, got her daughter to start dating a multitude of other male celebrities, increasing her value, increasing her sight, increasing her worth. She then set up there and created a business from that. And then off of that, she then made her other daughters rich. Do you understand the type of mind you have to have in order to make that work? And yet the Black community has praised that type of thing, right? But when you have Jada creating the red table talk to, in a sense, do that exact same thing, Black people ain't really talking that same talk. Ain't that interesting? So when Black people do it so that they can make money off of themselves, Black people ain't really interested. Black people ain't really praising that. Black people ain't really talking about that. But when the Kardashians do it, oh, it's all the rage. We love Kim K. We want to be like Kim K. Let's see what Kim K is doing today. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Wow. Yo, what's up, Trills? What is up, Trills? That's funny to me. Like I said, it amazes me how the Black community will sit up there and do stuff like this. Like I said, it's baffling to me. Well, technically, it's not baffling because you have an element of self-hate directly in there, right? And that's where we are at this moment in time. And like the one dude, where was that comment at? Let me see if I can pull that back up here. Was that it? No. I should leave that up here. I might do a video on that later. But let me go back to this comment right here, like this right here, where you got people like Kima 16. Just for anybody, we got about like 60 people here. In I'm not sure if everybody's a subscriber. I can't even get my words right now. I'm heated. But I'm just gonna let you know this. Let me clear my throat so you can hear me. At any point in time that you just so happen to tell me that you're a subscriber and that you're going to leave, I don't care. You can go ahead and leave. I don't need you here. A lot of other content creators are probably not going to sit up there and tell you that. Like I keep telling y'all, Seiji, this is the time and point where I start becoming like a full-fledged jackass to let people know, like, I just don't care. I'll just start making videos about your comments that you're going to leave. I'll make a couple of cents or $1 directly off of you. and it is going to be what it's going to sit up there and be at the end of the day. So now with that warning directly out there, it's up to you if you still want to sit up there and leave those comments, if you want or not. I've been told y'all this before. At the end of the day, realistically, like I said, it doesn't matter. It's good content for me, and I'm going to sit up there and keep creating videos directly off of this because you want to showcase your stupidness instead of just leaving, right? Like I said, why would I sit up there and patronize a restaurant that I've already stated that I don't like? Y'all grown adults out here acting like children that are undecisive about two different types of candy. It don't make any sense. It don't even make any sense. Like, I don't know what y'all doing. Don't know what y'all doing. But like I said before, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing exactly what it is that you're doing. So like I said before, if anybody here that is viewing that don't like me, don't like the sound of my voice, don't like the content that I create, specifically thinks that I dislike or hate, black women, leave. I do not need you here, and I never needed you here. Because it amazes me when you got individuals out here really think that they running something and you ain't running nothing. Like I said, I was here when I had 74 subscribers, and I'll be here long after that. It don't even matter if I have to create a whole another platform. I got like what 4-5 different other channels just like sitting in the wind, so we can keep doing this. It don't even matter. It is what it is. And you're still going to be up here leaving the same dumbass comments that you normally sit up here and leave. Oh, I'm a fan. I'm about to sit up here and leave. I've been a subscriber for a while. Guess what? I was my very first fan and my very first subscriber. So what are you telling? You're not telling me nothing. You're not telling me nothing. Like I told everybody else. Let me just give people this little bit of information real quick. If at any point in time you just so happen to start your own platform, don't depend on other people to like what it is that you're doing, to love what it is that you're doing, to care what it is that you're doing. At the end of the day, you have to be your number one supporter. You have to be your number one fan. You have to, number one, love yourself at the end of the day. That has to be like it. There's probably some more things that I'm leaving off, but at the core, that has to be, the main thing when you go into deciding that you want to, do something for yourself. It don't matter if it's like a business. It don't matter if you want to be a content creator. It don't matter if you want to do a clothing line, whatever it is. You have to be your number one at the end of the day. You have to be your only and your main fan, because that's exactly what it's going to sit up here and be. Because like I said before, you will have fair weather people that will sit up there and roll up to try to make you feel some type of way. Be like, oh, I was your fan and now I'm not your. I don't care. I don't care. I realistically, I'm going to keep saying it. I do not care. I didn't need you in the beginning when I had 0. Didn't need you when I was at 25. Didn't need you when I was at 75 and that reduced down to 72. Didn't need you when I sit up there and hit my first 1,000. Like I said before, it's like you got a lot of people out here where they feel like a lot of the stuff that they say holds so much power over you, and it doesn't. It doesn't. Like I said, I run this at the end of the day. Regardless on whatever YouTube decides to sit up there and do, I'm still going to sit up there and be a content creator somewhere else on the internet. YouTube only has certain control on their side, which is what they created. YouTube, that's it. They don't own the whole internet. They don't own the blockchain, especially. So I can literally, if I really wanted to, I can sit up there and move all my stuff over to the blockchain, and it ain't never getting erased. It ain't never disappearing. And then realistically, anybody that has a complaint or a comment, there's nobody to flag for that. There's no, oh, I'm going to sit up there and flag YouTube. I'm going to tell Ethereum, or I'm going to tell Bitcoin or Litecoin. I'm going to tell whoever owns this blockchain that I would have bought some Litecoin if they would never have put platforms or content like yours. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Just like I don't care. Because like I said, at the end of the day, with or without you, Seiji is still going to be the same person he has always been. You can figure me as a jackass or hard ass, somebody that doesn't care about black women, whatever it is, whatever you feel in your mental that helps you sleep tight at night, whatever it is, it can be that. Like I said, if you need a villain, if you need a criminal, if whatever you need under the sun, Seiji can clearly be that for you. Man. I love my life. Let me tell you. I told people before, and I said this a very long time ago. Be very careful of the things that you decide to say to me, because the very exact same energy that you're giving to me, I will throw that right back out. And 9 times out of 10, people cannot take the same energy that they decide to sit up there and give out. And that is a fact. So all the women that decided to judge me when I started putting out videos specifically pointing towards them and the things that they like to do, they didn't like that at all. And they started crying. They're more than likely trying to figure out a way to flag this channel, to flag these videos, to write into YouTube saying that my content is this, that, and the third. But what they don't understand is my content has to go through YouTube, and YouTube has to sit up there and actually okay my content. So if YouTube already okayed my content, do you really think that they're going to go back and, in a sense, listen to a few of you that decide that you want to flag my content? You know, you could try. Like I said, I'm all up for people trying and, you know, and giving their best college try. I have no issues with that. Go ahead and be great in your lavender. Go right ahead. Because like I said, at the end of the day, the only way you can get rid of me is by getting me off of this earth. So, you know, that is where we is. But I'm just putting this picture up there just to like showcase what it is, right? This is where we are. This is where we are at this moment in time, right? So you have the Smith family, right? You got Jada, you got Jada's mom, and you got Willow. The Red Table Talk, where they come to talk about their own issues before the tabloids can make money off of it, where they come to talk about their own issues before the internet can make money off of it, right? So they're doing this to profit off of any good, bad, or ugly news that is going to transpire. And they're keeping and creating generational wealth, because after Will and Jada leave, guess what? Willow can decide to sit up there and take that over if she wants to. Why? Because her mom created a platform. But yet you don't hear a lot of black people hyping that up, because it's something foreign, creating generational wealth, creating something that you can sit up there and pass down. Black people don't want to sit up there and hype that up, because why? It ain't white. So let's go to option number 2. We go to the Kardashians, right? So you got the mom in all black next to Kim. She is the PR agent, the greatest PR that I've ever seen on this planet. She made all of her daughters who had zero money. I mean, they were technically a wealthy family, but they weren't wealthy to the point of where they are now. She is the brains behind that whole thing. She made each of her daughters millions, if not hundreds of millions, if not potentially billions of dollars. What does the black community do? They worship and praise the Kardashian family for what it is that transpired and how they sat up there and did it. But yet they condemn and they talk about the Smith family like dogs, because they're sitting up there taking control of the narrative, creating generational wealth, creating jobs, and being able to create something that you can pass down to your kids. That's craziness. But like I said before, this is where the black community is at. This is where the black community is at. We condemn black people for doing the exact same things we tell black people that we want them to do. Does anybody not see something, a reoccurring thing here? Does anybody not see that? So we have a problem with a black man defending a black woman on national TV, right? And then we have a problem with Jada creating the Red Table Talk, talking about the good, bad, and ugly about her family and other celebrities, being able to profit off of it first before white people can profit. And we condemn them for doing things like this. But yet we put the Kardashians on a pedestal for doing the exact same thing that we want black people to be able to do. Mind you, all of the Kardashian women have fillers, have gotten their bodies done in order to emulate black women, but then you still have black women that want to emulate the Kardashians. What? I need somebody to make it make sense for me real quick. How does that work? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 women who are Caucasian, who took all types of surgeries over the years in order to emulate black women. And black women praise them, and in return say that they want a body type like Kim Kardashian, when she originally got that blueprint from you. What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? But people want to sit up there and talk about, oh, Seji, you're focused on the wrong things. You're always going so hard on black women. You hate black women. You detest black women. You're jaded. You this, you that. I hate black women. Wouldn't that technically mean that black women hate themselves if they're trying to emulate white women who are trying to be like them? Because why wouldn't black women want to emulate black women? Why wouldn't black women want to look like black women? Why would it take a white woman to make black women appreciate their body and who it is that they are? How does that make sense? How does that make that doesn't make sense? Somebody that is not you, that is emulating you, can turn around and try to become you or as close as possible, and then that makes you love you? Huh? What? Excuse me? Correct me if I got something wrong right there. Correct me if I got something wrong, because that's all I'm seeing. You got black women here that are being condemned, but you have white women here that are being praised. Let me know as a black man what I have wrong at this moment in time, because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing where I'm wrong. Like I said, all I see is the black community. And like I said, I generalize on this. So if you are one of the ones in the background that's going to get mad because I generalize, that's a personal problem. You're a grown-ass adult. If you know that you do not fit in this box, you should not put yourself within this box. So like I said before, this is why the black community in general, this is SEIJIHITO generalizing, just in case people can't comprehend as adults. This is why the black community in general can't get nowhere. This is why we are lost. This is why we can't get right. This is why we don't have generational wealth. So for all of those that always want to talk about, yo, man, you need to be talking about generational wealth, how we can build this, how we can do that. I've been talking about that. I do live streams just like this, which a lot of people don't watch, but yet they want to critique my content as if they've been here watching my shit for a very long time. It's the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing. Like I said, this is why you hear me laugh in a lot of videos. This is why I go over the comments that I go over, because I know in my, in the back of my mind, I know none of these people have actually, watched, tons of hours, of my content, stayed through every single video. They haven't. They haven't. Like I said, the MGK video that I did, I put a lot of information towards the end of that video. And then I still have people telling me that I'm focused on the wrong thing. I told people before, one of the main things that I also do is that I focus on children. As an adult, I feel that adults should sit up there and defend and speak for children, because children can't speak for themselves. And adults are the main ones that bring children into this world. Children don't ask to be here. They don't select the parents. It just is what it is. So as a responsible adult with a platform, I'm going to sit up there and take the initiative when I can to speak out for children. And that's what I did towards the end of that video. So any adult that left a comment and that wanted to critique me, you're showing me exactly where you are when it comes to children. And that's quite scary. And I think that CPS should come directly after you and your family, because it's looking real sketchy. It's looking real sketchy. So like I said, to any of those women that wanted to also critique me as well, talking about MGK and all this other type of stuff, y'all looking real sketchy as well. I hope y'all never have kids. I hope y'all never have kids, because I already know what's going to sit up there and take place. You're going to be, your kids are in your family is going to be a story directly up here. That's going to be a clear-cut example. But like I said before, a lot of people don't understand that fat meat means greasy. But people are going to understand pretty soon. One way or another, people are going to sit up there and understand. And that's a good point. Hold on. Let me highlight this point. Thank you, Sunstar. Let me highlight this real quick. He said that Chris Rock made a documentary about good hair, about the sensitivities about black women's hair. You think he would know better? And that is another point. I didn't list that, but I felt that should go without saying. Why would Chris Rock, as a black man who has daughters, why would you make a joke, a topic about something like I said, the Red Table Talk? Jada had an episode where she talked about her issues with alopecia. She has a condition. She also, I think she might have some other things going on as well. So, you knowing that, why would you on a global or a national stage think that you as a black man, it will be completely fine for you to sit up there and do that, regardless on if you're a comedian or not? Why would you sit up there and do that? Like I said before, he knows that that is a touchy topic for her. She even cried over that. Like, that is something she might not be sensitive over a lot of other stuff because she can deal with it, but that internally is something for her. This is another reason why you had a woman such as India Ari came out with a song back in, I want to say the 90s, which I do love that song. It's called I Am Not My Hair. If you don't know that song, go listen to it, because it is basically speaking to black women that a black woman without her crown does not mean that that black woman, in a sense, is not a queen, right? That doesn't mean that that black woman is not special. It doesn't mean that that black woman should not be valued and respected. That her hair does not make who she is as a woman, and that you have a multitude of black women with a multitude of different hairstyles. One type of hair does not define black women. Now, maybe I might be missing a little bit more, when it deals with that song. But for me, that's the main thing that I'm pulling directly out of that right now, that India Ari was basically saying right there. So like I said, if you don't know that song, you might want to go sit up there and listen to it and educate yourself on it at this moment in time. So like Sunstar said, why would Chris Rock think it is okay after making a documentary about black women and hair and how, they feel and different things like that? Why would you then get on a national stage in front of white people and then make fun of a black woman for the very same thing you just did a documentary about? How does that make sense? And people are mad that Will Smith defended his black wife. Like I said, I'm baffled. So it's like, where are we at this moment in time, right? So people want to be mad at Will Smith for defending his black wife, right? Against Chris Rock, knowing the fact the Oscars is all white. The greater majority of the people that sit up there and watch a lot of these award shows are white. So Chris Rock got on a national global stage and in front of the whole world made fun of a black woman. Last time I checked, whenever I do videos on my platform, I get critiques because I'm critiquing black women. And people sit up and tell me, yo, you have a platform and you're a black man. Why are you sitting up there talking negatively about black women? This is not what we need right now, right? But you got Chris Rock, who is a successful black man with all types of money, got in front of white people and made this joke about a black woman. Excuse me? Where are we at right now? Where are we at? So you're defending Chris Rock for making a joke about a black woman on a national stage in front of white people? And you're mad at a black man for coming up there defending his black wife? Wow, son. Wow, mine is blown. Mine is blown. And people act like we don't have a problem in the black community. People act like we don't have a problem in the black community. Wow. Wow. I don't know. Like I said, like I said, I don't know what to tell people. At one point, the black community is like, yo, we need black men to defend black women. At another point, you got women in the black community sitting up there telling black men, we don't need you to sit up there and defend us. right? And at another point, we got the black community sitting up there saying Will Smith is wrong for defending his black woman on a national stage. Bro, I can't make this up. Yo, I can't make this up. Oh my god. I cannot make this up. I can't make this up. Like this is oh man. Oh man. Uh you know, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this up. Like how does this work? So let me know how y'all feeling. Let me how y'all doing? Let me know how y'all feeling. Like I said, you already know I'm gonna list my opinions about stuff. While I'm sitting up here making this in the background real quick. Let me see what we got. What we got right here. Yeah, that's technically that's kind of true. That's kind of true. It's you know it's tough. It's kind of tough. Still rain and BO does the same. I'm not sure what. I think Dee Dee might have mistyped on the one part because I was trying to see what it is that she wrote. You know. Oh no 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 no. Let me. IMV. Yo, what's up? No no no. What Caucasian individuals are doing is that they're trying to get the police to arrest Will Smith. I've never seen so many white people online trying to call the cops in my life. It is crazy. Go look at Twitter. If y'all don't believe me, go look at Twitter. I ain't never and see this is what I'll be talking about. So Will Smith, in a sense, does the right thing, even though black people, you know, are disagreeing with it. But yet, black people don't realize that you got a whole bunch of white people trying to get Will Smith, in a sense, harmed. They're literally trying to call the police on Will Smith. This is crazy. This is crazy. And black people not even saying nothing about that. There are, if you go to Twitter, I promise you, I know a lot of y'all on cell phones right now. If y'all, I'm not sure if you can do it on your TV, a laptop, a tablet, but go to Twitter and just look at the topics that's up there. If it deals with like Will Smith or the Globes, and you will see thousands of white people literally at the LAPD. Wow. Wow. Like I said, if this was a black man who was not famous and didn't have money and he was just out here on the streets, we already know how this would have ended up. We already know how this would have ended up. But like I said, that black people ain't talking about that though. But everybody always want to talk about we at war, we at war, we at war. I mean, we're at war everywhere. It's not just one specific place. But like I said before, black people will tend to focus on certain things. And that just is what it is. You know, like I said, it's looking real crazy out here. It's looking real crazy out here. Let me see if I can get this correctly. Whoops, spelled that wrong. Like this is in a sense where we are at this moment in time. If I can get this downloaded real quick. Now people are saying he is on the edge. We don't know that. Gail is literally like, I don't think he made a joke like that. Chris Rock has made many jokes like this, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, let me see. Let me see. True Israel stated that Seji, I know that was a typo. Karma will show for our women trying to go against one of their people, just like Will Smith. We have a wife or a fiance that we have to protect. The rest of these black women can love the white man. I mean, like I said, for the ones that are out there, the divestors, they are more than free to go do whatever it is that they want to sit up there and do. And I've stated that before. Go ahead and be great. Right. Go ahead and go to Mount Olympus. Right. No problem with that. Just don't bring that back here and try to throw it in the black community's face, doing some CCC. Look at what I got. Look at what I got. That's my main problem with all of this. That goes for black guys doing it as well. I ain't trying to see that either. Like, I don't care if you happen to date, a woman that is Caucasian. Like, that's like, yo, that's whatever. Go ahead and do you. That is whatever. As long as you ain't sitting up here rolling back to the black community trying to like show off like you just made it big. That's my problem with this whole thing. And that's been my main problem with this whole thing. Like I said, within all of that, it stems from a lack of love, and it stems from a certain type of hatred that people feel or have towards one another. And because black people don't really believe in therapy, this is why we still have these issues at this moment in time. This is why we have to still have these conversations at this moment in time. Like I said, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see if I can get this because I'm trying to do this in a certain type of way because I wanted to show here. Let me just re-download that. Like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, and I've said this in countless videos, just don't roll back to the black community. Just don't sit up there and start, trying to, take pictures and all this other type of stuff and do all this extra stuff, making it seem like you're making the people in the black community jealous when realistically you're trying to go after the people that hurt you to begin with. It's that simple. You know, it's that simple. Oh, that's bars. Let me highlight that right there. Still Rain said it just shows that wait, ain't that brother right there? I know the name. It is not clicking. I think he just switched his name. It just hit me when I looked at the picture. Uh will it show up on here? Nah, it don't show up on here. I know who that. Oh man, I know the name. Okay, it's gonna bother me right now. But still said that just goes to show you that these white people never liked Will Smith. They see him like they see all black celebrities and athletes that don't deserve to have that wealth. That's facts. All the white people, yeah, Buffalo, yeah. I was sitting up there, look, I'm like, I know who that brother is. I'm like, it was killing me. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna mess with me the whole time. I'm like, I know the name because I try to work on, remembering, like everybody's names, but I know stuff happens and y'all gotta, swap profiles and and different stuff like that. So, you know. But this is the other this is what I was saying right here. This is how jacked up it is. That's in a sense how jacked up everything is. If I can actually highlight this, which I cannot, which is fine. All right, there we go. So this is where we are. The black community. We need more black men. I'm sorry. I said attack to defend black women. Oh, let me just re-erase that one. Hold on. Lord, that's what happens when you try to do stuff so quick and you multitask. I literally put attack in there. Lord have mercy. Man, oh man. I can already see somebody trying to spin that. Look at this. Seji said the black community needs more black men to sit up there and attack black women. Actually, that's not. That's not what I said. Let me just retype that real quick. Let me just do that real quick. Do that. And we need more, right? And what was wrong with it? Right. All right. So everything is correct. So yes, just so other people are out there know, Seji is not advocating for negative things to take place to black women. So I'm just putting it out there because that'll be the next thing that people. Oh, that was a Freudian slip. That was something that you actually meant because that's how you actually deem and care about black women. You want negative things to happen to them. You finally showed your true colors, Seji. Yeah, we got you. Your mask is fell off. It's completely fell off. It's melted. I'm all right. I'm like, all right. But yeah, so this is in a sense where we are, right? You got the black community. We need more black men to defend black women, right? Then you have black women, right? We don't need black men to protect us. Same token, black community. Will Smith was wrong for defending a black woman. This is where we are. And this is what I keep saying, that the black community does not realistically know what it is that it wants. Like I said before. Hold on. Now, this is the thing. I agree, but this is the other thing with that. That's as a man. That is up for him to sit up there and do. I can't, in a sense, say what Will specifically needs to sit up there and do with Jada or different things of that nature. I can't sit up there and state that at all, because at the end of the day, that's not realistically my marriage. Like I stated about the open relationship that they have, that's what they have. If that is what works for them, that is what works for them. Anybody trying to bring in Bible verses or the Bible or God, it does not matter, because it's not your marriage. When you get married, you are in front of, going by the whole Christian or whatever it is, however people want to sit up and do it. It's you, your wife, and your family in front of God, right? That's y'all spot right there. Everybody has their own spots with God. It ain't all the same. Like I said, everybody don't worship the same. Everybody don't believe the same. Everybody does not, come into the church the same. Everybody doesn't read the scripture or understand the scripture the same. So like I said before, trying to put everything under one general point or one general blanket and trying to make it seem like it fit, that's not going to sit up there and work. Just like all black people don't have the exact same skin complexion and color. Some of us are brown, light brown, mocha, cocoa, sandy brown, however you want to sit up there and list it. Just like our skin complexion is not the same, people ain't going to sit up there and worship and look at things the exact same way. People ain't going to look at marriage the exact same way. Just because you like a certain type of food don't mean that every other black person going to like that exact same type of food. Just because you love a person doesn't mean that every other black person is going to love that person. So like I said before, black people got to start getting certain stuff straight. What works for you is what works for you. That's how that works. Like I said, Monique has an open relationship. Monique has been talked about having an open relationship with her black husband. But like I said before, people are going to pick and choose what it is that they want to sit up there and talk about. Let me put it a little bit, let me put it a step deeper, right? How would y'all basically react if you found out that a lot of your grandparents were swingers back in the 70s and the 80s? How would you feel about that? Because I'm not sure if you realize it or not, but a lot of y'all's grandparents were swingers. They had a lot of different relationships during the 70s, during that era. Everybody was doing a lot of different things. Your grandparents were a part of that era. So are you going to sit up there and judge their marriage? Or are you going to sit up there and bring in the Bible and the scriptures into their marriage and tell them what they should do and shouldn't be doing? No, you're not. You're going to shut up and mind your business. So if you're going to shut up and mind your business in that aspect, then you should do the exact same thing in somebody else's marriage. Just saying. Because I'm pretty sure that everybody here would not want everybody else, in a sense, judging their marriage, regardless of if you put your information directly out there or not. I'm pretty sure. Right? Just saying. Just saying. So, you know, hey, like I said, people got to think about a lot of stuff. People have to really think about a lot of stuff. A lot of your grandparents were swingers. You might not want to realize it. You might not want to think about it. The same grandmother that you were with that be kissing you on the face. Oh, come here, baby. Let me give you some sugar. Let me kiss you on your cheek. Let me kiss you on your forehead. Mwah, mwah, mwah. She was kissing a lot of dudes. But are you about to sit up there and try to come disrespectfully at your grandmother? No, you're not. You're going to shut up and you're going to mind your business. A lot of your grandfathers was having multiple women, was slanging all over the place. Are you going to sit up there and disrespect him as a black woman and say that, oh, you should know better, you shouldn't have done this, this is what I'm talking about, black men? No, you're going to shut up and you're going to mind your business. Like I said before, black people are a very confused bunch, and black people don't realistically know what they want at the end of the day. They do not know what they want at the end of the day. Hey, now to Miss Armstrong's point, I have seen this on a multitude of occasions, and people have listed this and also made memes directly about this. But like I said, at the end of the day, that's for Will to sit up there and deal with. If he has an issue with that, hey, he has an issue with that, and he's going to sit up there and deal with that and handle that accordingly. Because, like I said, Jada has mentioned that they've had conversations that they have not specifically talked about on the Red Table Talk. She talks about some things, but she ain't talking about everything. She'll talk about some things, but she ain't talking about everything. Like I said, there's a difference. She's talking about the stuff that is going to be, that's not really that serious. That's going to be for entertainment purposes, and that's going to draw in a lot of eyes. Like the thing with August and so on, that drew in a lot of eyes. People were talking about that for some months. Memes were made for months. People were actively trying to seek and find out what the Smiths are doing, how their relationship is going. Are they getting divorced? Are they not getting divorced? Like I said, people were able to keep spinning that. People were able to keep making content about it. People were able to keep, talking about it. Like I said, it's money at the end of the day. And it's like black people don't realize when a game is literally being played. They played a game and they won. They played a game and they won. They figured out a way. Let me tell y'all something real quick. This is how, in a sense, simple people are. Jada figured out a way that regardless of them not doing music or even acting, she figured out a way to keep their name alive regardless. Notice that we were going through a pandemic and their name was still alive. People were still talking about the Smiths. How many films has like Will done? He has like a few out there. He hasn't done as many as what he would normally do. He has a few that's out there. So in between those times, guess what? Red Table Talk. Let's put our names directly out there. Let's put some gossip out there. Let's put our business out there. Let's make some money. Let's generate some generational wealth. Let's put some more money in our bank accounts. That's literally what they sat up there and did. And black people always talk about like, yo, game recognized game. Black people been sitting up here getting game for the longest time and still can't recognize game, but yet we created the game. Wow. Wow. Like I said before, let me show you how this game works yet again. The Smith family is yet again going to be in the news. They're going to be able to talk about this. Content, just like the content you see here, is going to be created. Their name is going to be further put out there for another cycle up until something else happens. Like I said, they are playing the game to the fullest extent and they are winning as a black family. I could have sworn that is something that black people have wanted to see happen since the inception of this country. They're doing it, and the black community is clowning the Smith family for a variety of reasons. It could be their music, it could be the acting, it could be their relationship, it could be who they're associated with, it could be their family. But at the end of the day, they're winning as a black family. They're profiting as a black family. They're creating wealth as a black family. They're creating a business as a black family. But yet, the black community is getting on and condemning the Smiths for the same exact thing that we want the black community to do. What are we doing out here, black people? Like I said, y'all don't realistically know what y'all want. This is why we don't have reparations. Because black people don't know exactly what it is that they want. Black people are so fractured. It's like, yo, yeah, I'm FBA. I'm adios. I'm this, I'm that. I could have sworn we're all fighting for, in a sense, the same things. You might have some things that are different, but I could have sworn we're all necessarily as black people fighting for the same things. But because we're so fractured, we can't sit up there and get on one single note. This is why we can't get nothing done. This is why the Latin community is winning. This is why the LGBT community is winning. This is why the Asian community is winning. This is why the Jewish community is winning. Like I said, everybody else out here is winning but black people. And we've, in a sense, been here longer than anybody else, and we're still taking L's. We are in the house of L's at this moment in time as a black community, taking L after L after L. I'm a huge fan of the Lions. I remember when the Lions went 0-16, and people in Detroit were sitting up there clowning the Lions. But I'm like, realistically, black people in Detroit have no room to talk because black people have been taking L's for decades. So you can't clown the Lions because they've had their success stories. They've won some things here and there. Black people in the black community of Detroit ain't really been winning nothing, but allowing other people to come into the community and start winning and to start taking over and to start buying stuff and pushing you out the black community. So like I said before, black people don't have no room to sit up there and talk because black people don't even realistically know what they want. And that's just facts. Hey, wait a minute. Let me highlight that one. TB said, I don't know about what Jaden said is okay for boys to wear skirts. Like I said, I didn't say that I agree with every single thing. I didn't say I agree with every single thing. I agree with the things that I see that are positive in nature that are happening, that black people can sit up here and decide like, yo, we can basically mock what it is that the Smith family is doing, and we can decide to copy that. Let me marry a black man and a black woman together, and let me have them create a black family. Let me have them create generational wealth, be successful, create their own businesses, and also within that, make their kids successful as well. I'm pretty sure that that is something that the black community would want to sit up there and copy. Like I said, I'm not saying you have to copy every single thing, but copy the things that are important to you that will breed and bring in more success and generational wealth to you and your family. That's my point. Like I said, I'm not focused on the small things. That's what be happening with the black community. We start sitting up there getting so focused on people that we want to scrutinize every single thing instead of focusing on the things that we deem the utmost important. If at any point in time, if people disagree with Jaden, which is completely fine. Like I said, I'm not agreeing with everything. But if people disagree with Jaden, just make sure that when you have kids, that's not something that you bring into your household. Just make sure that's not something that you're teaching your kids. That's all you have to sit up there and do. But like I said, everything else that the Smith family is sitting up there doing that is bringing in money, that is bringing in success, that is bringing generational wealth, that is something that black people need to be focused on. But like I said before, black people say that they want one thing, but then they want to decide to focus on clearly something else. Black people always complaining about how they don't have money, how they don't have jobs, how they can't get this, how they can't get that, how we're not invited to this, how we're not invited to that, how we're not seen as equal, all this other type of stuff, when you can sit up there and make things for yourself. You can literally mock yourself off of what another black celebrity is doing successfully when it comes to financial literacy, money, and generational wealth. But do black people realistically want to put in the work for that? Hell no. Black people got all the mouth in the world, always running their mouth, talking about the system this, the system that, how we're broke, how white people stole this, how white people do that. But do black people actually want to do the work to get their own land, to get their own 50 acres and a mule, to do some agriculture on that land, to start building and to start learning about financial literacy and everything like that? No, no, no. Because like I told y'all before, if you want to really focus on somebody that's really building, that's really about that life, that has, I think, 200 plus acres of land, look at Brother Ben X. That's a young man. He's in, I want to say, I think his mid to maybe his late 20s. And he got enough black people together where they have over 200 plus acres of land for black people, which they are using and that they are cultivating to create their own black town. So while everybody else is online arguing and bickering, talking about we need to start voting and all this other type of stuff, you got black people out here actually doing it. But do more black people want to join in that hard work and get their hands dirty and start having their muscles ache? No, they don't. No, they don't. Why? Because black people want to sit up there and take the easy route. It's a lot easier to have your hands out and complain about something, but versus actually going out there and start digging through the land and the dirt, sweating in the hot sun and building something for yourself. Black people like, I ain't doing that. I ain't built for that. Word. Your skin says otherwise. The sun loves you. You can clearly be out in the sun longer than anybody else virtually, in a sense. So if you need to actually build something for your community, for yourself, if you need to cultivate the land or do whatever it is that you need to do, you could actually do it. But like I said, leave it up to black people to keep sitting up here bringing up excuses for black people. So like I said, and I told y'all this before, when I start talking about certain topics, people are going to start disappearing from this platform. Says you ain't going to sit up there and be getting views on videos and different things like that when I start focusing on black people. And to what I directly said was right. Go and look at my videos where I start talking about the black community, where I start really focusing on issues. Look at how many views that actually got. Not a lot. Some views, some videos are still less than 1,000. But like I said to you before, I know what's going to sit up there and happen before it happens. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. Black people always say that they want black people to focus on black issues, that we need more black content creators to do this, that, and the third. But then when you have black content creators do it, black people don't show up. Black people ain't really trying to hear, because black people realistically as a whole don't want to be told what to do, because black people think that they know what's best for black people. And realistically, in a sense, they don't, because black people don't even know what they want to eat tomorrow. Can't even be consistent. Like I said, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. Like I said before, let me put it to another effect, right? Black people want to talk about what's best for black people, right? We have such things, right? So we're talking about the healthy aspect, right? Within the black community, we have obesity running rampant in the black community. We have unhealthy eating running rampant in the black community, taking lives of our families, of our friends, of our loved ones. Is the black community really doing anything to sit up there and change that so we can stop being a statistic of that eating habit? No. As a whole, no. We're still sitting up there going out to fast food and eating garbage. We're still doing that. But yet we always sit up there and state that we want to sit up there and we need more people to sit up there and change this and change that. Y'all done seen me. I done sat up there and told y'all on a multitude of live streams, like, yeah, I'm sitting up here eating like this trash right now because it's filling a hole right now. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm hungry. Bam, I'm going to sit up there and eat it. Right? So like I said, the same exact things that I'm sitting up there telling y'all is the exact same things that I've literally talked about on a multitude of live streams and that you've sat up there and seen me do. So like I said before, the black community as a whole, do we really want to sit up there and fix, obesity, diabetes? Do we really want to sit up there and focus and fix a lot of those issues as a community so that we can survive, so that we would have longevity as a whole? No. Because we're still sitting up there taking in all types of sugar. We're still sitting up there losing people to alcoholism. We're still losing people to drug use and all these other things that are unhealthy to us that have been placed into the community so that it would shorten our lifespans. And we're still doing it, knowing the fact that it's bad for us. But yet we talk about we want the best for us when realistically we don't. We don't know what realistically we actually want, but we're very good at complaining and creating excuses and making it seem like we know when realistically we don't care and we don't. So like I said before, whenever, this is why you don't see a lot of black content creators talking about these topics, because they know at the end of the day, it's not going to sit up there and bring in views because realistically people don't care. Do you think white people are going to tune into this to hear me talk about black people? No. Do you think a lot of black people are going to sit up there and tune in to hear me talk about black people? No. People are going to go to the stuff that they know that is going to be the most successful, and rightfully so. I'm not mad at them a bit. Go and make that money. Go and make all of the money in the world that you can. Because like I said before, at the end of the day, people are going to have to worry about themselves. At the end of the day, people can always state that, yo, the black community needs to start talking about caring about black people, but black people need to start caring about themselves first. How are you going to expect a whole group of people to care for you and to love you when you don't even love and care for yourself? How do you expect that to work? And then you get mad when other groups of people around the world don't care and love for you the way that you want them to do it. But yet you've never showed them a good example of caring and loving black people. Like I said, yet again, black people don't know exactly what it is that they want. You want the love and the admiration and the respect of other people, but yet you can't even give that to yourself, let alone your own people, your children, or your community, or the person that you're with. Like I said, black people are the utmost confused people that I've ever seen on this planet. I can list other groups of people that are confused, but at least they actually come together on one note. Like I said, case in point, the LGBT, they are pretty how can I put this? It's a lot of individuals, right, within that community. But even though they are all divided, they still come together underneath one umbrella in order to make some stuff happen, right? So regardless of whatever people can say about the LGBT, you can't sit up there and say that they're not all together because they're making money. Whenever they come out with a platform, guess what? People in the LGBT something community, they're coming out to sit up there and support that person in the LGBT, whether they disagree with them or not. They're helping that person make money. Whenever a black person from the black community creates a platform or something, how many black people are coming out there to support that black person? Let me give you a secret. Black people don't start showing up up until other people make it hot. So the moment in time that white people start showing up to a black restaurant, or they start talking about a black restaurant on Twitter or Instagram, or they start making a documentary, that's when everybody black, oh, yo, I saw this, and I saw that, I saw this on Vice. Now black people want to sit up there and start rolling up. We've been had black restaurants. They're across America. The whole thing is we don't really try to look for them because we keep going after the exact same establishments that we're used to, because we're used to always accommodating everybody else and not having that same type of accommodation for our own people. We're always used to having that love for everybody else and always used to not having that love for our own people. We're always used to respecting other people's work, their integrity, their money and how it is that they make it. But we're always used to disrespecting our own, not loving them, disrespecting them, and always harshly critiquing them because they're out here making money. Like I said before, black people always state that they want the best for black people, but they realistically don't know what it is that they want. Black people are some of the most lost and confused individuals out here that I've ever seen in my life. In my life. And it's the saddest thing to see. People want to sit up there and say that in a sense, oh, Seji, your commentary is quite divisive. It's this and it's that. We need to do this. We need to do that. For anybody out there that feels that my commentary is divisive, I have no problems with that. You can keep critiquing that. That's completely fine. But this is where I'm going to put you to task, right? I myself, way back when nothing was happening on either one of my YouTube channels, I made a platform for me. Nobody helped me create nothing. I did the editing, which I still do. I do the audio cutting. Cutting. Every single thing that basically has to do with my channel, I do that myself from my computer. Nobody helps me with that. Right? And I created that for myself. So anybody that wants to critique my platform or what it is that I'm doing, I need you as a grown adult to get up off the couch or off of your cell phone and start using social media and create your own platform. Since you got the mouth and the time to talk, start creating your own platform, start doing that work. But guess what? I know at the end of the day, you're not going to do that because you're not about that life. You're going to say that, oh, well, I got bills, I got kids, I got relationships, I got a car note, I got 2 jobs I got to hold down, I got a family. It's going to be always these circle of excuses. Because like I said, it's easy to critique somebody that's actually doing something versus actually going out there and doing it. If you were actually going out there and doing the stuff that you're critiquing people about, you wouldn't have time to sit up there and critique and create yourself a name on a whole nother platform just to spend all of that time and energy that's way more valuably spent to be creating something for you to bring in more value and generational wealth into your pockets, into your family, into your bank account. But like I said before, you're not about that life. You want to, in a sense, try to tell black people, yo, this is what you need to be talking about. But when have black people ever done the things that they actually need to be doing? It's amazing to me that other black people can try to dictate to other black people what they need to be doing when the black people that's critiquing other black people don't realistically 100% have a lot of things straight. If you can't even manage your bills throughout the week on a paycheck that you get, you should not be sitting up there critiquing other black people. If with the job that you have, you're still struggling and you're still trying to manage your funds, you should not be critiquing black people. You need to sit up there and critique some financial literacy classes and some books and some YouTube videos. If at any point in time you as a black person are having financial problems, living check to check with the jobs or the job that you have no room to, in a sense, be critiquing other black people. All that critiquing that you're doing, save it for yourself and your bank account. Like I said before, but black people ain't going to do that, though. Black people ain't going to do that, though. Because black people think that they know what's best when they don't even know what's best for themselves. Like I said, black people are the most confused bunch that I've ever seen directly out here. And I put it to you like this: if black people 100% care about black people, then start patronizing black businesses. Start creating platforms where you are upping those black businesses. I'm talking about stuff that I've actually done. On my original channel, I've brought on a multitude. I've actually spent money, and I've gone to the Instagram pages, and I've sat up there and put up those black businesses. Case in point, I've talked about WeBuyBlack.com. So instead of you going to a market, you can order your stuff directly online, and black people are putting that together for you in a black warehouse with black products. But are you going to see a field of the black community going directly to WeBuyBlack.com? No, you're not. I've put up videos of a black man who was once a police officer who created bulletproof vests fashionable for black people because he was tired of seeing our men gunned down in the streets. Do you see a field of black people going to patronize his business? No. I've talked about another guy by the name of Sai. He has Sai Clothing. You can look it up directly on IG. A black man that is a designer. He is in every single thing that he makes. I think even at the point in time, he might be also making suits, custom-made suits. But he makes the shoes, he makes belts, he makes ties, he makes socks, he makes underwear, he makes jackets, varsity jackets, shorts, any type of clothing virtually that you need. Sai can make that. He sews it himself. But do you see a field of black people going to buy a whole bunch of clothing from that man? And also to note, he's a retired veteran as well. He was a part of the military. But do you see a field of black people going to look for him? No. What were the other watches that I had? Let me go through here. Let me go through a few. We got the watch company that I had put up to you guys before that I bought about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bought about close to 10 watches from SPGBK. That is a black-owned watch company, which stands for Spring Break. Do you see a field of black people going to that watch company to sit up there and buy their watches? No. I have another watch company that I talked about on this platform called Clarity. And I showcased them as well. Do you see a whole bunch of black people flocking to them to buy their watches? No. Like I said before, the stuff that at least, regardless on however people disagree with my content, at least the stuff that I talk about, I actually do. I'm not just up here leaving comments talking about what I'm about to do or what I'm going to do. I've actually spent money, hundreds of dollars, with black companies, not looking for any type of kickbacks. I didn't get any type of sponsorships for that. I did that because I love black people and I want to see black people succeed. And during the time that original channel was actually getting views, I'm like, let me sit up there and start putting these black companies up here since people seem to have time to sit up there and look at my videos. And those videos actually did get some views. I wish they would have gotten like 15, 20, 30 or whatever K. So that means that that's even more people that would know about that business and they would actually go to buy from that business. But it is what it is. At least I've done it. So like I said before, all of the black people that want to sit up there and critique me, I need y'all to start getting on some type of job. All of this talking that people keep doing, that's all I sit up there and see is talking. Black people are real good at talking versus actually doing work, and that's my problem. Too many black people want to critique me and tell me what it is that I should be doing when a lot of y'all ain't doing nothing. That's my problem. That's my problem. This is why you see me doing videos about comments, because a lot of the black people critiquing me ain't doing nothing. Case in point, let me do it like this. All the black people that sat up there and said that Will would not have done that to somebody white, Let me rehash what I said earlier because we got like 40 people here. A lot of y'all that's critiquing Will and said that he would never do that to a white man. A lot of y'all ain't never hit a white man in your life. The boss at your job, you ain't sitting up there hitting him when he sit up there and fire you. You ain't sitting up there hitting him when he sit up there and talk to you real disrespectful, like in front of his constituents, in front of his boss, when he orders you around. You're not slapping that job around that's sitting up there paying your check, that's sitting up there divvying out funds so that you can pay your bills. You're not slapping the people that own the bank when your check is late, when something happens to your account, when you can't access your account. You're not slapping any of these banks around. You're not slapping around the owners of McDonald's when they steal your money and get your order wrong for the 49th time on the same exact order that you order Monday through Sunday. You're not slapping around the owners of these supermarkets when they steal $5 to $25 to $1 off of your bill because you're not paying attention to them overcharging you for certain things. There's a whole bunch of white people that's in control of a lot of things, but I don't see black people talking about, oh yeah, I just slapped this person. You ain't going to do nothing. You ain't going to do nothing. Just going to be real. Just going to be real. Like I said, that's all I'm saying. Black people always talk a good game, but they ain't going to do nothing. Let me put it to a further extent, right? Every person in the black community knows somebody who has been affected in some type of way or form by law enforcement. I don't see you talking about sitting up there slapping anybody who owns these police organizations that body blocks for cops. You're not talking about, oh, I'm about to slap the DA. I'm about to slap this. I'm about to. You're not going to bust a grape. You're not about to sit up there and do nothing. It's a lot easier to say that you're about that life online because don't nobody know you in real life. When we all know realistically in real life, you ain't going to do it because if you did, I would have already had your story directly up here. Your name would have already been in lights in some way, fashion, or form. People would have already been sitting up there talking about what it is that you did. Everybody would already knew what your name is and what you decided to commit to. You would have already been the topic of many conversations. But like I said before, a lot of people are very good at talking, but ain't going to do nothing. Will has slapped both a European and a black man. When most black people have just fought black people. Let's put that into perspective yet again. Will has gone after both, who he felt has disrespected him. Black people only go after black people that they feel disrespect them. This whole system has disrespected black people since the beginning. Black people ain't slapping nothing. The court system has disrespected black people in general. Black people ain't slapping nothing. Though all the DA's offices out here have disrespected black people. Black people ain't slapping nothing. The whole medical institute has disrespected black people, and more so black women in general, and black people ain't about to slap nothing. You still have white companies out here who have profited off of black people, such as Jack Daniels. And black people ain't talking about slapping the owners of Jack Daniels. Y'all ain't about that life. Y'all ain't about that life. So like I said, people need to hold back and think about the stuff that they write before they write it, because you know at the end of the day, the stuff that you telling other black people to do, you ain't ready to lose your life for. Let's just be honest. Black people can talk a good game online about what it is that they would do versus what they would actually do in reality. All the stuff that a lot of people say online, they're not going to do in reality, because in reality, there are consequences to those actions, and very serious consequences. So like I said, stop trying to hype up and game up other black people to do work that you're not even ready to get your hands dirty for. Let's not even do that. Let's not do that. Like I said, y'all, it's ridiculous out here. It's ridiculous out here. I got a lot of grown black people out here talking about the stuff that they would do, but you know you wouldn't, because you still got a white boss at the end of the day. And that white boss has been shitting on you since the beginning, and you ain't never took a shit on him since. You like, okay, boss, I'm going to do what I need to do, boss. We sick, boss? Yes, boss. I take whatever you're going to sit up there and give me, boss. I'll be here right on time, boss. Crazy. Craziness. Thank you, Sunstar. Let me put that directly up there. If somebody was looking for spring break watches, that is the link directly to their website. If you care to patronize a black watch business, if you care about putting money in other black people's pockets, oh, and let me just sit up there and make this note for you, just in case I got some black women in here that feel that black men don't care about black women. The black guy, one of the co-owners, he has a black daughter. She is clearly on the pages when you go to the IG, and I think also on the website as well. He speaks very highly of his daughter, who is going to grow up from a young black girl to a young black woman to a full-fledged black woman. So all of that stuff that people like to sit up there and say, oh, black men, I want to see y'all show up and roll up for this black man that's sitting up there putting a roof over his daughter's head and food on the table for her. Patronize this business so he can sit up there and keep doing that instead of running your mouth talking about black men that you're not interested in. Go do that. Go help a black man that cares about a young black girl that he's raising. Go help him do better for his daughter and make sure it's going to stay that way. Like I said before, black people always want to sit up there and talk about some stuff, but know at the end of the day, they're not going to do it. You know how many black people I've seen talk about like, yo, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that, and don't do it? Or they give excuses as to the reason why. But if it comes to you going out to getting some McDonald's real quick, if you want to get some BK real quick, you want to get some Subway, you want to get some Panda Express, you want to order some Uber Eats, you want to sit up there and order some stuff off of Amazon, you want to buy some liquor, you want to buy some weed, you want to go out to a party, go out to a club, you want to spend money with your girls, spend money with the guys, spend money on women that you're dating. There's no excuses for any of that stuff that you want to do, because that's stuff that you want to do. Anything that is outside of that realm, you put directly on hold. You throw that in orbit with everything else in life. Like I said, that's the problem with black people. Black people are real good at talking game, but they ain't real good at playing it right now. We used to be the kings, but not right now. We the ones sitting up here getting crossed up. We're the ones sitting up here getting dunked on, when we're the ones that sat up there and created and originated the ideas of all of that. We revolutionized basketball. We revolutionized that game. Anything that we set foot and touch, that Midas touch that black people naturally have, that is God-given, that the universe imbued onto us, we're able to change anything. But yet the same thing that we changed, we're sitting up there getting defeated by. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like I said, I don't know what else to sit up there and state. I don't even know what else to sit up there and tell people at this moment in time. Like I said, I need black people to start doing what it is that they need to be doing. That's it. That's it. So like I said, for the moment in time that I happen to start seeing comments talking about, I'm not talking about generational wealth and stuff like this, I'm going to get that ass real quick. It's going to be another commentary, and those comments are going to be running directly underneath the cut of this video. That's what's going to happen. Like I said, I'm going to start fixing people real quick. And I don't even care if that comes at the detriment of my own channel, where people are like, yo, I can't even mess with Seiji no more. Like, first it was this, first he was pro-black, and then he was somewhere in the middle catering to white people, and now he loves black women, and now he just really seems to dislike black women, and now he's just talking about the black community as a whole. I don't know where this guy is. I'm just ultra confused. Like I said, even if it comes at the detriment of my channel, meaning that nobody's going to view this anymore, I don't even care. You and people don't even understand what it means when a person states that they don't even care. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to sit up there and be me. I want to have the beliefs that I have, and I'm going to state the things that I'm going to sit up there and state, whether people like it or not. I'm not up here realistically for people to sit up there and like. I'm up here for you to listen to. So you can decide to listen. You can decide not to sit up there and listen. If, like I said before, if you don't like any of the content that I like, you have the awesome and the most beautiful and supporting sister that we got out here, Sister Lisa Cabrera. You can go directly to her and hear all of the news that you are not hearing here. She puts out very good facts, very good news, very good sources, everything like that. She's been doing this for years, way before that I even started a YouTube channel. You can go to the beautiful brother Torian Reigns. You can go to his YouTube channel and you can sit up there and subscribe to him, watch his content. Like I said, if you feel at any point in time as a black person that my content does not specifically fit you, there are other avenues that you can go. So let me hold on. Let me just put this together real quick, because people think I'm playing games out here. Like I said, I'm going to show you where I'm at. People think it's a game out here. Because like I said, those are people that I love. I love brother Torian Reigns. I'm Toreen Reigns. Sister Lisa Cabrera. You got True Royal as well. You got so many black content creators directly out here. I'm trying to get these images together. Let me go here. Let me do that. And let me just do that and do this. Like I said, there's a lot of beautiful content creators for people to sit up there and go to. Like I said, I'm not for everybody, nor am I trying to be for everybody. I'm not. I'm really not. Nor do I care to. Like I said, it is what it is. It's like first I started off hearing a whole bunch of stuff from white people complaining about my content. Now I hear black people complaining about my content. Yeah, it's a no-win situation. You know, it is what it is. Let me see. Now I gotta find the other. Let me go here. Then let me go here. Like I said, people think it's a game out here. People think it's a game out here. Let me see. People think it's a game, and like I said before, and this is something that um, I would do pretty often, where the people that I love their content, I love what it is that they do. I would sit up there and do my best at any moment in time when I have a little bit of something basically going, like on the other channel. If I got a little bit of anything basically happening, I'm going to sit up there and big up those black people, because I feel like that's my job to sit up there and do. If at any point in time, me as a black man, I got something basically going, I'm going to sit up there and try to put on or big up other black people that are out here doing the exact same thing. Like I said, for me, it's not like a race or a battle or anything like that when it comes to like my own people. I feel that everybody can sit up there and win. And I've been sitting up there seeing the numbers that they have been generating. They are winning. And for me, I feel like it's long overdue. Like all of them should technically have been in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They realistically should have. But, due to how things decide to, transpire on YouTube and a variety of other things, that is what we are. So let me yet again make people understand how serious I am. Like I said, I'm going to be the same person regardless. I don't need people to sit up there. People don't make me. I make me. Like I said, if at any point in time that my content is not for you and you feel that you have an issue with my content or the things that I'm saying, you got brother Torian Reigns, you got sister Lisa Cabrera, and you got True Royal. You got these people right here who do all the topics that y'all say that y'all don't hear on my channel no more. Y'all can sit up there and go there. They talk about every single thing, everything that is going on in the world, everything that is of the ultra most seriousness, and everything like that. Any information that you need, you can go to them at this point in time, either during this live stream, after this live stream, unsubscribe to me, subscribe to me. It don't even matter. But like I said, don't come to me talking about you don't like this or like this. I'm giving you people that you can clearly subscribe to at the end of the day, that you can go to, that I myself am subscribed to, and I've watched their content. I've watched them over the years. This is another reason why I sit up there and I try to, big them up as much as possible, because they deserve it. Because they have put in years of work in order to get to where they are at this moment in time. And for me, I see a lack of appreciation from the Black community because they should be way bigger than what they are. A lot of the problems that they have, they should have never have had, because Black people should have automatically had their back from the jump. But like I said before, Black people always say that they want leaders, that they want people to sit up there and talk about the Black community, this, that, and the third. But when you are given people like Lisa Cabrera, True Royal, Torian Reigns, and many others, Black people are basically no shows. But Black people will make sure to show up for the Breakfast Club, though. We'll make sure to show up for the Breakfast Club and to hear every single topic that's on there. We'll make sure to sit up there and call in. We'll make sure to sit up there and donate to whatever it is that they're doing. We'll sit up there and subscribe to DJ Envy. What's the other girl name? I forgot her name. And what's the other dude name? Charlemagne the God. We'll make sure to sit up there and subscribe to them, to all of their platforms, to buy stuff from their businesses, to be on their Patreons, and to donate money to them. But when we actually have people that's working from the ground up, that's trying to give Black people what they've wanted, that's not compromised, Black people are not showing up. That's crazy. That's crazy. So like I said, yet again, for anybody that wants to specifically critique me on anything, if you're not subscribed to any of these people, if you're not helping to like donate some money, if you're not even a part of the Patreon or anything like that, you have no room to talk to me. We're not even in the same lane at this moment in time. Like I said, there are levels to this. We're not even on the same level. And it's only so few rare times where I would even say that to people. Because normally I'll sit up there and say like, yo, we're on the same level. I'm not above you. I'm not below you. We're on the same level. We can sit up there and see the exact same problem, the exact same thing. But when it comes to supporting Black people, we are on a clear cut. We're on a whole different universe. Because when it comes to that, I have to sit up there and separate myself, because I'm not going to allow other individuals to try to dictate to me on how much or how less I care for Black people, when I know at the end of the day, I give my all and I do the utmost to show that I love and care for Black people. Like I said, at the end of the day, Black people need to sit up there and do better. And for the people, how many we got? Like 20 some? For closer to 40 people that are here, if you are not subscribed to these individuals right here, you need to sit up there and go subscribe at this moment in time. That's, like I said, that's all I'm saying. So yet again, for anybody that wants to critique SEIJI on not talking about Black issues, not talking about the Black community, not talking about real issues that's affecting Black people and how we can get out of it, I covered all of that throughout the whole rant that I sat up there and did, stemming from Will Smith in that whole topic. So I'm going to love the comments that's going to sit up there and take place later on in the up and coming months, because I'm going to have a field day with that. It's going to be hilarious. It is going to be so hilarious because I know it's coming, because it always does. But like I said, I love you guys a lot. I appreciate you guys a lot. And for the black people out here doing, the everyday thing, keep doing what it is that you're doing. But also know at the end of the day that you need to have something separate from your everyday, so that you got something else to fall back on, just in case this society decides that they want to take something directly from you, because they want to show some type of ownership, or show that you are property, or different things like that. Like I said, I feel that all black people, there's enough room out here for black people, for all black people to win. I realistically do, in my heart of hearts. But I know at the end of the day, it's a lot of black people that's not willing to put in the work. They're just not. So, like I said, it's a lot of work to be done, both physically and mentally. And up until the moment in time that that work is completed in one way or another, we're going to stay losing as a group. Sure, you might have some people that you can list as individuals that are sitting up there winning. That's all great, but that doesn't count and encompass the whole group of black people. When I think about the Asian community, I think about the Asian community winning. I don't, in a sense, see them as separately. Oh yeah, the Koreans are doing this with like K-pop, and the Japanese are doing this with technology, and China is doing. No, I see the Asian community winning as a whole. When I look at the Latin community, I don't sit up there and look at people from Venezuela doing something, people from Brazil doing something, people from Mexico doing. No, I see them as a community winning, regardless on how separate they might be, or how different their dialects, certain here and there might be. They're winning as a whole. When I look at the LGBT, they are quite divided, but as a whole, they are sitting up there winning. The main people who are not winning is the black community. And that's the main thing that bothers me so much, because the reason that everybody else is out here able to win is because black people did it first. Black people took that first walk. Black people sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears, sacrificed their lives, the lives of their family, their children, and everything else in order to get everybody else to where they are at this moment in time. So everybody else is able to profit off of blood, sweat, and tears. All of the graves that are around, but black people can't profit off of nothing. And that comes right back, and that circles right back around to what I stated about Will and Jada in a red table talk, in generational wealth, in a black family sitting up there winning and profiting off of their own energy, off of their own name, off of their own everything before anybody else is able to do it first. So, like I said, regardless of whatever people feel about, let me just peel that back if I can. Is it still up here? Nope, that's not the one. So, regardless of whatever people feel about Will and Jada, just remember in the back of your mind, they're winning as a black family. Are you winning as a black family? Are you creating generational wealth? Do you have financial literacy within your family? Are you, as a black man or a black woman, are you creating businesses for your family and your family members? Like I said before, you start judging this black family so harshly, make sure that you're at least doing some of the things that they're doing that's correct before you start opening your mouth and acting like your yard or your house ain't dirty. But anyways, that's the end of this live stream. Um, you know, I love y'all a lot. Keep your head up, and keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully at the end of the day, you will come out on top, and you will come out as a better black person, at the end of the day.